Our second award is the Sustainability Award. And this is a relatively new award within the last 5 years. And it usually goes to somebody who's doing something in a producing country. And all of us that have been to producing countries realize that the work never ends. And it's tireless. It's there tomorrow. It's there the next day. So this will be presented by Beth Caspersen from Equal Exchange. Beth Ann?
It is a sincere honor and pleasure to present the Sustainability Award to Twin, who is very dear to my heart. Twin has been a leader. They were founded in 1985, and their work has been instrumental in creating small farmer supply chains all over the world. It's not easy to build a supply chain. It can be unpredictable and difficult. It requires investment and true commitment. Small farmer supply chains are key to sustainability. And this project is an amazing example of Twin's work. From their model of business to their work in gender equity, their list of accomplishments is tremendous. The DR Congo is a complex place to live and to work. It's been known for violence, poor infrastructure, conflict minerals, child soldiers, and the use of sexual violence as a tactic of war. Twin has worked hand in hand with Sopacdi under extreme circumstances. And Sopacdi has persevered. From Joshua's leadership to the important role of each farmer in the co-op, to people like Fidel in the central washing station and Moises, their new cupper. This is a celebration of all of their work. I am a buyer of coffee from Sopacdi, and that's why I'm here before you, a partner with Twin and the founder of the Congo Coffee Project for Equal Exchange. We created the Congo Coffee Project in 2011 to raise awareness here in the United States about sexual violence in the DRC and to raise much needed funding for the Panzi Hospital in Bukavu a place where thousands of women are treated for sexual violence each year. The Congo Coffee Project, which features coffee from Sopacdi, has raised more than $40,000 for survivors of sexual violence. From everyone at Panzi Hospital and our cooperative, thank you. To Twin, in particular to Richard, I promised myself I would not cry, for fostering our relationship with Sopacdi, and to Sopacdi for providing us with incredible coffee. Believing, trusting, and investing in quality beyond the mere beverage is something that Twin has done with small farmers for decades. To build a large-scale washing station, invest in the infrastructure, to build a cooperative model at Sopacdi, which today has more than 5,000 coffee farmers, of which 20% are women. Not to mention getting the coffee to market and engaging consumers, it's absolutely amazing. Congratulations to everyone involved in this project. I applaud your strength, your efforts, and your determination. Thank you for working so hard to make this project more than a project, really a program, and something that will continue to develop and shape specialty coffee from small farmers in the DRC. Your work is so inspirational. It inspires me, and I bet it inspires everyone in this room now that you've heard a little bit about it. It's one step toward lasting peace in the DRC. So congratulations to you for this Sustainability Award.
Joachim said the first thing we have to do is sing and dance. I said, no, we're not going to go there. When accompanied by Sopacdi's president, Joachim Munganga, with me today, I first ventured across the Eastern Congo border in March 2008. I entered the most terrible but also the most wonderful and ultimately the most compelling place that I've ever visited. A terrible place because of the all too well-known effects of violence and war, which led to years of isolation and economic standstill. One of my abiding memories from that visit is of the masses of people seen wherever we looked, wherever we went, especially young men and women just milling around with nothing to do and with no purpose. But a wonderful place, first because the land on the western shores of Lake Kivu is utterly beautiful, but above all, wonderful because of the spirit and the zest of the people that I found there. And compelling because all around me, I saw the perfect environment, soils, altitude, climate, to produce the most fantastic specialty coffees. Surely hope for this people and this place lay in reviving its abandoned and forgotten coffees. And in Joachim and his colleagues, I found a group of farmers who'd already grasped just this vision. This SCAA award today, which is a huge honor from the heart of the greatest coffee community in the world, is testimony to the journey that Twin and Sopacdi have traveled together since that first visit. Of course, this journey would have been impossible for Sopacdi and Twin to make alone. And this journey has been made possible only through the contribution of many people across the whole chain, from the coffee farmer to the coffee drinker. Because this project has, as Beth mentioned, been about the entire supply chain. And I'd like just to briefly highlight and acknowledge some of those vital contributions. Before the arrival of Twin, there was encouragement and support on developing coffee quality from neighboring Rwanda farmers at Copac. And indeed, Emmanuel introduced Joachim and me. We had extraordinary commitment from the outset from buyers, from Matthew Algie, and I think that Ewan is here, I hope, today. We're not going to stop and clap for everybody, but Ewan is indeed here. Matthew Algie from Café Liégeois, and then from Sainsbury's and Finley's, who also contributed to the project. There was investment from a wide range of funders, notably from DFID, from Comic Relief, and ECO. The readiness of fair trade and later organic certifiers to engage in a conflict zone. Credit facilities from ethical lenders were vital. First, Twin's own money, then Responsibility, Altafin, and Root Capital, I know in particular, are again here today. There was intensive training and advice and accompaniment from the Twin team on the ground in the region, from Pascazi, from Jean-Claude, from Emmanuel. And above all, there is Joachim and the team in Sopacdi, who together have implemented and built all that you can see when you visit today in Sopacdi. And the role of Twin has been to bring these people together, to link them in a concerted program. And the result, as many of you well know and have experienced and are experiencing each day, is a fabulous coffee, but a coffee which has begun the transformation of a whole region. That is the power of the specialty coffee industry when we work together for a purpose. And just finally, this, of course, is where you come in. And many of you, roasters, importers, over the last 2-3 years, are already become part of the next and ongoing stage of this amazing journey. And so I want to thank and honor you too. Thank you very much.
La Sopacdi est heureuse à ce moment.
Sopacdi is really happy at this particular moment.
Elle remercie l'association SCAA pour ce jour et pour la reconnaissance d'un travail avec Twin.
And we really want to thank the SCAA for this day and for this recognition of a work that's been done together with Twin.
C'est un travail qui aurait été soutenu par Sainsbury's, Finlay,
Yeah.
Et les autres.
And many, many people are involved, but particularly Sainsbury's and Finlay's who've supported this work.
Mais quel était ce travail?
What was this work, in fact?
L'objectif du travail était de renaître encore le café congolais sur le marché international.
So this work really was about seeing the rebirth of Congolese coffee on the international market.
Le but du projet était de produire un café de spécialité, un café de haute gamme, un café de qualité auprès du producteur congolais.
So the whole purpose was to produce a specialty coffee that came from small-scale farmers in Congo and bring it to the market.
Le projet était de lutter contre la contrebande qui était sur le dos du producteur.
The aim was to fight and combat smuggling of coffee, which was the only way that previously the farmers had been able to get their coffee to a market.
Le projet consistait à vendre ce café en qualité, en certification, directement sur le marché international.
So the aim was to sell coffee with quality, with certifications directly on the international market.
Le projet consistait à revivre encore le café du Kivu qui avait une histoire dans le monde du café.
So it was to bring back Kivu coffee, which had a history. Those who remember far enough back, had a history in coffee, to bring this coffee back.
Le projet consistait à avoir un prix, une valeur ajoutée au café du producteur congolais.
So it was all about bringing extra value which would come back to the farmer in Congo.
Le travail a été lourd que vous ne pouvez pas imaginer, mais nous glorifions le Seigneur de nous avoir reconnu ce travail aujourd'hui.
So this work has been incredibly hard, frankly incredibly hard, but we want to give thanks to God that we'd be able to bring it to fruition today.
Personne ne pouvait croire, mais aujourd'hui c'est une réalité que ce café est en train de parler chez le producteur et dans ce marché.
So nobody initially believed it. Nobody could think it was possible. But now the coffee really is here in the market, and it really is there, the impact with the farmers.
Chez le producteur, le café est en train d'arranger tous les problèmes socio-économiques du producteur.
And coffee really is starting to address all the social, economic problems of the producers.
Et en plus de cela, vous imaginez, le café est en train de réconcilier la région.
And over and above this, can you imagine that the coffee is actually starting to bring different ethnicities to work together to solve
Ce même
the problems?
café est en train de relever la condition féminine marginalisée par les coutumes et les mœurs.
And it's starting to bring back in women to be more involved who traditionally have been excluded and put on one side.
Aujourd'hui, ce café est sur le marché aux États-Unis comme en Europe et il est apprécié par le consommateur.
And so we see this coffee here in the States and in Europe really being appreciated by coffee drinkers.
Qui pouvait l'imaginer?
Who could have imagined that?
I'm supposed to do my job.
Oh.
I failed. We're supposed to be somewhere smiling. Yay! Totally failing in my job.
Vous allez m'excuser que dans cette salle, il y a le maître d'ouvrage je vais